Damian Lillard is fed up. Dame time might be running out in Portland. At least that's what all of the media wants us to believe. What is true, what isn't true, all I can report on is what we're hearing. But now we got teammates who are sticking up for Dame. What do we believe? All I know is the Blazers right now are in a blaze. What's going on, CKHoops? Your boy CK here, and welcome back to another video on the channel. If you haven't already, make sure you subscribe to the channel, hit that notification bell. Do not forget to like this video. And if you're watching from the Newsbreak app, what's good? All right, this Damian Lillard stuff is crazy. It's getting really crazy. Now, we know that once the season had ended and the Blazers run ended as short as it did for another season, all the rumors were going to come out about Damian Lillard possibly being on his way out, possibly not wanting to be a Blazer. We knew that stuff was going to come. But then they fired their head coach, and Damian Lillard said a name, and said that he wanted nothing to do with the Blazers. That name was Jason Kidd. Now, I still don't know. There's rumors, all kinds of stuff, why Jason Kidd didn't want any parts of this job or whatnot. I don't know if it's because he didn't want the pressure of going to join. I don't know what it is, but that happened, and Damian Lillard was like, well, damn. All right. And then we're also hearing that when Damian Lillard brings up other names that he was into, the media then turned it around as Damian Lillard was not happy about Chauncey Billups. And Damian Lillard had to come out and tweet this, saying that this is how you're going to twist my words. All right, then let's play this game then. So there's a lot of confusion and craziness going on with the Blazers and Damian Lillard. And if you ask me, that's not good for Blazers fans or the Blazers going forward if you want this situation to be handled. Now, obviously, the Blazers have had years upon years to make sure that you put together the right team to, go on that next step. This team was a Western Conference Finals team. They've had short-ish playoff runs since that time, and we know Damian Lillard, who has come out to say it many a times, that he is a very loyal guy. But how far can you be loyal to a team that's not going to do anything for you? Unless your name is, well, Bradley Beal. But now Chris Haynes of Yahoo Sports is saying that because of the coaching process and the inability to build a title contending roster, this may all push Damian Lillard out of Portland. Basically saying what I had just said there, but Chris Haynes pushes on to say this: the enormous backlash from the Portland Trailblazers process to hire a new coach and his concerns on whether a championship contender can be built have become factors that may push the franchise player Damian Lillard out the door, league sources told Yahoo Sports. Now, this is coming after the Portland Trailblazers signed Chauncey Billups, which personally I'm a huge fan of. Chauncey Billups is one of my favorite players, and I truly believe Chauncey Billups is going to be a coach in this league. He's been an assistant for a few years now. I love what is going on there with Chauncey Billups. I don't know if this is the team, but maybe it would be the team, because I feel like Chauncey Billups, Damian Lillard, that could be a nice little marriage. But at the same time, when you're not consulting your main player, your star player, well, ask Aaron Rodgers how that goes, okay? It's just not a good look when you're not consulting what's going on with your star player. I'm not saying you do everything your star player wants you to do, but you gotta have the star player have some sort of say on what's happening for the team. That's just my 2 cents, but I mean, a lot of you guys could agree or disagree. Let me know your thoughts in the comments. But apparently with this Chauncey Billups hire, Damian Lillard didn't really have much of a say or many eggs in this basket as far as hiring a guy like Chauncey Billups. Now, we know what was good with Terry Stotts. They had some great runs. A lot of people were really excited about what Terry Stotts and Damian Lillard could do. But every year they came out flat up until they finally made the Western Conference Finals. But then nothing much amounting from that after the fact. But with all of that said, now the Damian Lillard trade rumors are through the roof. I'm hearing Laker fans talking about trading Kyle Kuzma in the second round pick for him. I'm hearing the Heat looking to throw Bam Adebayo, Tyler Hero over there. My New York Knicks looking to trade the entire roster to bring in Damian Lillard. There's all kinds of rumors that are going around for Damian Lillard, and one of the bigger ones that I'm hearing that I kind of like a lot more was the Philadelphia one, Ben Simmons. So I don't know. All I'm saying is we're hearing all these rumors for Damian Lillard, but the main thing being the main thing right now, we're seeing that the Portland Trailblazers are not handling this situation the right way, which could lead to Dame possibly making an exit for this team. And pulling none other than a James Harden. I hope it doesn't go as messy as how James Harden's went, but at the same time, with this lack of communication with the front office and Damian Lillard, at least at what's being perceived to us as the fan base, I don't feel like that's a good look for the Portland Trailblazers. I'm not putting this one on Dame. This dude is proven to be loyal. If it's up to Damian Lillard, he would retire a Blazer, but that's my problem with these players saying stuff like that, because I love the loyalty. I love hearing that kind of stuff, but at the same time, I feel like some of these organizations get lazy when you hear that. I hate to bring this example up, but Kobe Bryant, I feel like Kobe, who we knew was going to be a Laker his entire career, but there were times where it just felt like after the Shaq situation, and then they just gave it all to Kobe, and they weren't giving him many players and stuff like that, and then ultimately Kobe, who you knew wanted to be a lifelong Laker, I feel like it was a power move. It could have been strictly him actually being pissed off and wanting out. To me, I feel like it was a power move and like a fire starter with Kobe when he asked ultimately for that trade we found out later on was going to be either the Bulls or the Clippers. When that came up, you saw instantly a few years later the Lakers, if not a year later, the Lakers, they got all kinds of other guys that can fill this roster, making sure they went back and got his guy Derek Fisher, making the trade for Pau Gasol, and then lo and behold, a few years later, this guy was in the running for the championship yet again. Point being, I feel like loyalty comes at a fault sometimes in this NBA, in this league, because then the teams will then get really, really stagnant, and they'll get lazy with how they take care of you and treat you and build their team. They'll be like, you know what? All right, we want a championship, but we know Dame's not going anywhere, so let's just keep putting in names that'll get people to buy tickets. They're going to be excited to see Damian Lillard. Maybe we make the playoffs. Maybe we don't go far. Like, I feel like that kind of stuff happens. I like the player being in control. I love the loyalty at the same time. But you got to be careful, because these people upstairs will only care about the income coming in their wallets more so than a player's feelings. And that's just the way it is. That's not me trying to be all self-righteous or whatever you want to call it. I just really believe that the front offices are going to do what's better for them rather than what's good for the player. So all that to say this, Blazers need to be careful in how they're handling Damian Lillard. And I feel like this whole thing has been a bad move. Will they break up CJ McCollum and Damian Lillard by trading CJ instead of Dame? Like, there's so many different perspectives that are happening right now that I don't know what's ultimately coming from right now. But what I do know is Damian Lillard right now he's trying to keep it cool. You can tell that Dame is trying to keep it cool, but how long will that last? We don't know. That's just my personal opinion. That's my conspiracy, if you want to call it a conspiracy. That's my conspiracy with that whole thing. But what do you guys believe? Do you guys think that Damian Lillard is not going to go anywhere, that this is all being overblown? Or do you believe there's an actual chance that Damian Lillard gets traded? And if you think he's getting traded, where is he going to go? Do you think it's my Knicks? Do you think it's the Lakers? Do you think it's any of these other 29 teams in the NBA that will probably want Damian Lillard's services? Let me know all your thoughts in the comments below. If you haven't already, make sure you subscribe to the channel, hit the notification bell. Do not forget to like this video. Follow me over on Newsbreak if you haven't already. I'm out of here. Catch you guys in the next one. Damian Lillard, you can stay, but if you want to come to New York, my guy, all right? I'll see y'all. Peace.